It's been a few weeks and I'm back. I've been waiting for something to inspire me. And I was just having a little break from the marketing plan that I am writing for Rise and Shine. And I clicked onto Facebook and saw a video that was shared by a friend of mine. And it was a really powerful video, and analogies and stories I always feel make such a huge difference. And basically it was a girl that had gone into her science class and the teacher had changed all the desks around in a big circle. And he told them all as they walked in that if they moved from their desk, then they would fail. In fact, if they did anything, if they spoke or anything, they would fail. They needed to sit down and do as they were told. So they all did. He then went into the center of the circle where there was one desk with a goldfish bowl and a goldfish in the bowl. And he took the goldfish out of the bowl, put it on the side where clearly it could die. And then he walked out of the room and they all sat there. Because the story of the girl telling the story was that she was a straight A student, and having lived in America and been educated there as well as here in the UK, one of the things that just jumped out that was so different was like the importance of grades. It kind of blew me away because I am a real creative and academia and all that thing was never top of my list. And then I rock up at school in the States and all of a sudden, if you're not a grade A student, it's a massive problem, to the point that I actually remember walking into the band room one day and a girl who'd got a C was sat there sobbing her heart out like the world had ended because she got a C. Anyway, we digress. So basically, they all sat there for quite a while and then one of the girls gets up and says, screw this. And she gets up and she puts the goldfish back into the bowl. And the teacher walks back in again. And he said, see what has happened to you around conditioning, around doing exactly as you're told, around being instructed and not doing what you know is right. And this is the thing, isn't it? I am here as a status quo breaker. I am here as a total rebel. I came here to trigger the shit out of you in a really positive way, for you to do something differently because I triggered you. That is what I came here for. And you know, for a lot of years, I found it really hard. And I got really stuck in that because there was this fear of upsetting other people. There was this fear of not being accepted. There was this fear of not fitting in. And yet inside, everything that I was about not fitting in. And when people used to say to me, Claire, you just don't fit in. Inside, I was like, no, because I don't want to. And I didn't come here to fit in. And then if you watch my videos, you will know that I discovered the Gene Keys and I found out that actually it's in my genes not to fit in. And I didn't come here to fit in. I came here, as I said, to break the status quo. We've just lived through times that more than ever showed us what conditioning actually does and showed us what happens when you dictate to people so strongly what to do that they will automatically follow. And look where that got us. Today I see news that's really interesting about that, and we won't get into that, but you know, it kind of, the point that I was being vilified for sharing during those challenging times actually now transpires to be true. And all I've got to say about that is, look, you know, don't beat me down for having opinions. We're all entitled to opinions. And, you know, it's not for you to tell somebody else what they can and can't believe. One of the things that I'm having with my little girl at the moment, my continual teacher, she's going to be 8 in a few weeks, and she started getting like, no, that's wrong, and you can't say that, mommy, and da 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 da. And I just said, well, hang on a second. She's obviously heard me say that somewhere as well. So that made me go, okay, check in on how often am I doing that? And it actually was a tiny little bit of me, and then it was other stuff that she was watching. And what I said to her is, look, you can't tell somebody how to feel. You can't tell somebody how to think. What you can do is share an opinion. You can express an opinion, but it's not for you to tell somebody what to think and feel unless they ask you to do that. And we live in this world that is so full of influencers and influences which are not positive. You know, we see some of these influencers and my God, they're like the worst role models ever. What is going on in people that they want to follow people like that they want to be like that? Is it the lack of real life influence? Is it the lack of reality? I think it's a combination of all those different things. What I really encourage you to do today is be you, and do it with conviction, do it with passion, do it because you want to do it, because you want to be you, because you want to shine as you are. And you know what? If you fall forward, great. It's all part of the process. My God, I've done so much falling forward in my life. And every single one of those falls has taught me something absolutely invaluable that I wouldn't go and trade. In fact, one of my biggest falls forward led me to be a partner in a business that I'm in today. Led me to say to you, if you really want to be who you really are, come and check out our community at Rise and Shine. Because we've got a whole community which is about helping people be who they really are. It's helped me stand in my power in a way that I never would have had I not dealt with all this shit that was holding me back inside, dealt with all the emotional trauma, cleared it all out there, didn't just change my mindset and suppress it, but I actually dealt with it. I cleared it out and let it go. We are in this age of Aquarius now. We are in these absolutely amazing times. March is like a pivotal month apparently to do with all sorts of things in astrology and all sorts of massive shifts and paradigm shifts and all these different things that we're being told about. And then today I get this inspiration to come to you on full moon day and say, be you. It's all you ever came here to be. And that, peoples, was your motivation for today from Claire. I'll catch you soon.